This video describes the part flip and setup change, now available as a preview in Esprit. It is very common to program a part in multiple setups. Setups may be on the same machine or on different machines with different capabilities. This new feature streamlines the programming of multiple sequences on the same machine, allowing programming of workpiece relocation or work holding change in the same program. This is very valuable for handling part flips, changing fixtures, or a pallet change. In this video, we will demonstrate 3 scenarios of setup change: a part flip on a lathe, a change of clamping on a vertical mill, and a change of pallet on a milling center. Note that you need to activate the setup change preview feature to start using it. Go in Options, Preview Features, and enable Setup Change Preview. In this first example, we are programming a fluid control component that we cut on a DMG Mori NLX single spindle lathe. We have already cut the first side, and we now need to flip the workpiece to continue the machining of the back. We start by saving the stock at the end of the process of the first side. Next, we add a new workpiece and select the stock we just saved. Moving to the machine setup, click on Add Setup to create a new one. We can then mount the workpiece and use the transformation options to properly position the workpiece in the chuck. On validation, Setup 2 is added to the Program Manager. Double-click the bar to edit its definition. We can now continue with programming on the second side. Esprit can handle 1NC code for both sides. It's possible to add a part cycle or a manual cycle if more control is needed. In this second example, we want to machine this Y bracket on a Fanuc RoboDrill 3-axis mill. All machining is possible from one side, but the process would require changing the clamping to achieve the complete machining. For the first setup, the workpiece and the supporting plate are clamped together with 3 top clamps. The first sequence is about facing, drilling, and boring the 3 holes, so we can then bolt the workpiece down to the plate in a second setup. We define the second workpiece for the second sequence, then we add a new setup. The system automatically duplicates the previous setup, so we make only the necessary changes. The clamps move to the corner of the supporting plate. We make a copy to add a 4th clamp. The workpiece gets bolted to the supporting plate with 3 screws. This setup gives access to the outside of the workpiece to complete the machining. Setup 2 is created in the Program Manager, and we can continue this programming with the second sequence. We have a single program with a stop code to perform the reclamping and the full machining of the workpiece. We illustrated a part flip, then a fixture change. In our last scenario, we want to handle a pallet change from a pallet pool. The part starts from a casting with many zones to machine all around the part. It requires multiple setups to reach all zones. We started by programming the top face along with 5 holes. The top face serves as a reference for positioning in Z, and we use 3 of the holes to position along X and Y. The fixturing for setup 1 includes the pallet and the custom fixture that bolts onto the pallet. For setup 2, we reuse the same pallet model, but with a different fixture that includes 3 center pins and 2 clamps. This configuration gives access to all the unmachined zones. With the ability to manage multiple sequences and setups in the same document, Esprit streamlines the programming of machining scenarios such as part flip, reclamping, and pallet change. It enables support with a single NC program. Combining the setup change with the ability to edit any setup, it provides an outstanding level of flexibility with minimum to no reprogramming. But that will be the topic of another video. Thank you for watching this Esprit product feature video. For more information on this and other Esprit features, refer to the release bulletin and product help.